has an opinion. That's why when we were little, we couldn't play Ring Around the Rosie. Because if you can get 3 Arabs to go in one direction, we would never have problems in the Middle East. Yes, and I'm an Arab American, and I love, I'm as American as sugar-free apple pie, people. I drove a red Chevy. I know that Leroy Brown is meaner than the junkyard dog. I stayed at Hotel California. I've been to the levee, and the levee was dry. And I can never understand that song. I think you have to be born here to know it. I don't know. And you know what? I'm easygoing until someone cuts in line in front of me. That's the American thing. American would love everybody. They are all very open. But the minute you cut in line in front of them, they'll kill you. I have a mortgage. I'm on some form of prescription medication. My credit cards are full, but I still think I have money. And I still don't know if Richard Simmons is male or female. Is that American enough? I had sweet tea in Atlanta. I tipped cows in Wisconsin. I've done it all. But when I travel around the world, I'm starting to get this sense from some people. It really irritates me that they come to me, they say, we're embarrassed about America. And some of them say, we're going to boycott American stuff. And I want to say to these people, with all the love that I have, if you want to boycott, I don't want you to do a half-hearted boycott. So I'm going to help you out, so you do it right. If you're driving or you're flying on a plane, get off. Get off it. American inventions. So what are you going to do? Walk home. Make sure you don't have rubber soles, because Charles Goodyear will be very upset. He's an American. So when you go home, don't use an escalator or an elevator, because they're American inventions. And go home and don't use your computer, because it could be Windows or Mac. Both Americans. So what do you do? Zippity-doo-dah somewhere else. Well, you can't zippity-doo-dah because the zipper was invented in America. So you go, I don't need zippers anymore, I'm going to use buttons. Well, go to your seamstress, but make sure she's not using a Singer sewing machine. He's an American. So you go, what do? I'm going to shoot myself. Well, don't use a revolver gun. An American. And don't shoot someone else, because you might end up in the gas chamber. You don't want to be in an American-made invention. So you go, what do? I'm going to leave Earth. You can. There's a shuttle. Sorry, made in America. So you go, what do? I said, you know what? Be nice. Because after all, we invented the atomic bomb. Right? Well, I did what my daddy told me. I went to Israel. I drove to the Gaza Strip. And the first night I'm there, I'm sitting having dinner with my cousin, his fiancée, and her sister. And she was pretty. Her sister was pretty. I said, no, only a Christian, godly woman. I can't. So I look at my cousin. I said, man, you need Jesus Christ. He changed my life. He can change yours. My cousin looks at the girls, goes, don't listen to him. He's a born-again Christian. Her sister said, me too. I said, would you like to marry me? That's what came out of my mouth. She said, I've been praying for a born-again believer to come to this part of the world. Let me fast for 3 days, I'll get back to you. 3 days later, she came back, she goes, I'm starving, let's do it. That's how I met my wife. I prayed for a godly woman, I waited on the Lord, and He blessed me with a wife. The same day I saw her, we asked her to marry me, and I came back to the U.S. I didn't have any money to get married because I was doing love offerings and there was no love in the offerings. But in this country, you don't need money to get married. Listen to me, single people. You don't need money to do anything in this country. This is what you do. When you're ready to get married, go to any department store. Bed Bath & Beyond, Crate & Barrel, Macy's, whatever. Pick whatever you want. Don't pay for it. Just register it. And come home and send a card to every friend you know. And they will go buy it, wrap it up nicely, and deliver it to you for a piece of chocolate cake. It's legal. It's legal. I would love to meet the genius who thought of that idea. But you guys just stop short of taking advantage of it. Next time you want to remodel the kitchen, remodel the kitchen shower. Buy a car, buy a new car shower. Buy the cake, they'll come. In the Middle East, it's different. I paid for the entire wedding, 600 people. And at the end of the wedding, this is the culture. They all lined up in one line and gave the bride jewelry, mostly gold. By the time they were done, my wife looked like Snoop Doggy Dogg. You know those rappers with the gold rings, gold chains, gold teeth? I spent 3 weeks in Los Angeles after the wedding going, hey man, you want to buy a gold watch? Hurry up, it's not stolen, I just want a toaster, okay? But in 1996, I went back and we got married and I brought her here for the first time. Took her to her first amusement park. Macy's. I love the way my wife learned how to shop from you ladies. The second day she moved to America, she learned from you how to shop. This is how we men shop. I bought this shirt at Macy's. Took me 3 minutes to buy it. Why? Because the mall was designed by a man. It has 28 exits. And the men's clothing are always next to the parking lot. So you pull in there, keep your truck running, get in there, get your shirt, and come out. 3 minutes. I came home and said, honey, what takes you forever to shop? It took me 3 minutes. She goes, did you look around for other deals, any specials, anything on sale, other colors that were clearance, look like it? No, that's what I want, that's what I got. She goes, that's not fair. This is like going hunting and shooting an animal in the head. There is no sport to it. This is how they do it. They go to Macy's. Look at a dress from far away. They make sure the dress cannot see them or know they're even interested in it. They hide behind the decoys, the mannequins with no heads. And then for the next 6 weeks, they go back to the store every day and hunt that dress down from rack to rack while it's running away from them. Until that poor dress is now 80% dead. And it's away from the rest of the herd on a separate clearance rack. Scared, wrinkled on a broken hanger. Oh no, those bloodthirsty women, they wait and wait till they get that additional 10% coupon. And they add to it, apply for the credit card and get additional 10% and boom, bring it home. Baby, I paid $5 for that $900 dress. You should have waited. Still have some life in it. Just mount it next to the bear with the bullet in his head. But I travel around the country when I ask people if they have any hunters. In California, we didn't get a lot of hunters. But there's always a hunter there. And one time I asked somebody, I said, what do you hunt for? And he goes, ducks. I'm like, what do you dress like Brett and wait at the park? See, hunting is not a sport.